Are we recording? Hold on. And welcome to the National Meat Treasure podcast with your host, Sasha, aka Ving Rames, because that's kind of who I look like in real life anyway.
Do you look like Ving Rames?
I wouldn't
If
say
I
so.
shave and I'm definitely giving Ving Rames and Baby Boy. I don't know if I should talk closer to the mic or far. I've been trying to.
Closer to the mic sounds nicer.
Does it?
We get a lot of room tone when you
You're
speak.
further. Yeah.
It's your boy. In the same vein as Ving Rames, Black Noir. Not because of anything else, because Ving Rames is Black Noir. Like literally black. Have you guys watched The Boys yet?
No, but I hear fire things about that show.
Okay, so yeah, I've been watching way too many videos about like the history and everything for the last like 3 days, so I think that's why it's on my mind. It's Black Noir, aka Christian. Yes, here we are. I'm not stoned yet.
Thrillah, aka
shit,
Thrillah from the Three.
Hold on,
aka Joy from the National Meat Treasure podcast. You know, it dawned on me the other day that I had never done that on the podcast. Just literally saying Thriller, but how did I
liked it?
That? Really, big oversight on my part. So
it was right in front of you the whole time.
The whole time, yeah,
the whole time.
And we have a special guest on today's podcast. My new fucking chair. Your boy finally got a chair. No more $20 Target chair. This is a $50 Facebook Marketplace find. And wait for this L right here. I mean this W. You know who the dude who had it lives right there. I could see his apartment.
That's fucking cool, man. That's convenient.
Yeah,
so you just wheel that shit
Park. Yeah, it said he was in Highland Park, which is like a 10-minute drive from me. And then I asked him for the address. And he's like, oh, Lafayette Street. And I'm like, Lafayette Street? That's where I live. And I typed it in, and it was like, oh, that's the apartment building across the street. Bet.
I love that. You know, it's like when it's like the stars align for those kind of things. You know, I like that. You know, I'm proud of you for getting a chair. You needed it. Your butt needed it. You're going to be cold calling. And you can't do it in an uncomfortable chair. It will make you hate your life. It really will make you hate your life. The chair at my old office was not ergonomic. Like it wasn't actually contoured to anybody's body. And I thought it was just because I was really fat, and I brought one home after losing all this weight, and it just makes my back ache. Like within 15 minutes, all of a sudden, then because of the position I'm in, because it's got those armrests, I'm like putting pressure on weird points of my arms, and I'm like, why am I in like pain? And I've been riding in that fucking chair for years and never had to deal with that. So yeah, get yourself a comfortable chair if you're working from home, gentlemen, ladies, and other.
Yeah, plus. I thought cold calling would be easier working from home because I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna walk around naked and cold call people. But no. You sit down and you hunch over, and then somebody, there's a lot of mean people when you cold call, and then they tell you to go fuck yourself, and then you're like slumped, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna lay down, I'm gonna get comfortable, and then you're like trying to get comfortable after the shit cold call for 40 minutes, and then suddenly you're just like 20, time has passed, and it's like, damn, I should have made 3 to 4 or 5 more cold calls in this hour. I've only made one. But in the chair, it's like you get the cold call, you get the person saying fuck you, and then you just go and lean back, and then you swivel around for a little bit, shake it off, a little swivel shake, and then boom, back to the game.
Right back.
Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world of deep rejection. So there's a lot of people that go like, yeah, I can handle rejection. And like most of us, like to be fair, I think most people can, right? Like there's a level of disappointment we're all kind of set at. But cold calling is a little version of hell, because it is literally just going up against like people who have never heard of you before, who probably won't speak to you, 99% of them, and a good chunk of them are going to tell you to go fuck yourself. So it does take like a little bit of emotional labor, and that's the thing that we never talk about. Listen, work from home is fire. I love it. I smoke all day. My bosses know it. Like it's a good thing, but it's like literally when it's a bad day, it's like just a little bit. And I feel like I'm a pretty positive person, as much as anxious as I can get about things. feel like I'm very positive. I try not to let those things get to me.
You have a nice little like duality in you because you are the nicest but the most prone to anger person I know by far.
Yeah. So that's a that's a good point. It's the truth. It's my irritability factor is so it's hard to deal with because it's like a hair trigger. It's so it can be like one day it's nothing bothers me. Nothing could bother me. Like the kids can spill, break through things, destroy things. I can have a shitty day at work and it'll be like, hey, it's good. It's all right. It's cool. But I get one inconvenience because like my pizza dough didn't come out right and I'm like kicking shit. So I don't know, man. It's a really hard, it's a hard life. My brain is constantly angry about things, but in a calm way. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah, right. Like it's just like calm anger until somebody just, and then I just lose it. And then speaking of calm anger, have you guys watched Obi-Wan Kenobi? No, that's not your thing.
I feel like
anyway.
that that's not on brand for either of us.
That's not on brand.
Dislike Star Wars.
I love Star Wars,
but Darth Vader in this.
Darth Vader in the comics, or like just
in the fucking cool.
Like past the movies, Darth Vader has a shitload of powers, dude. Like all of them. Like
you're right.
Like you hear in the when you watch the original movies, which I confession, I've never seen the original Star Wars movies.
Motherfucker.
I've only seen the three after that.
Right.
You mean the prequels?
The prequels,
like when we were kids.
The first prequel came out when I was 13, so it's not like I was I'm like, I gotta dig deep into the crates to find this Star Wars Jedi VHS.
Yeah, that was me. That was literally me. Like I was literally hunting down VHS types between my family, like trying to piece everything. Somebody had Empire Strikes Back. Somebody had a New Hope. Somebody had Return of the Jedi. And I find them finally all because they're fucking like tape box sets, in the 90s. And, I watched it. That really was me. I did hunt that. But to your point, Sasha, the reason why I bring that up is because Darth Vader is so much more like in the comics in this iteration for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. He is ridiculously cruel. Like, I mean, for Star Wars, it's jarring. Like as a in the cinematic realm, right? Not in the comics and maybe in the books, because I have read a lot of the books and they describe how awful he is and just basically how awful Siths can be, right? Like you've got Darth Sidious murdering all of his family and literally pretending that he was being attacked by some kind of pirate and with aspirations of ruling the world at 14 like that. So there's some kind of deep macabre and terribleness in all these characters, but this fucking show, dude, holy shit. Even if you don't like Star Wars and if you did just catch the prequels, this makes sense because this picks up 10 years right after that, and it's everything that happens between the prequel and the the original trilogy. But I'm in love. I did not know. I love Star Wars, but obviously, and I feel like I say this about a lot of the properties that a lot of the shows and stuff that they put up, but this was a really good episode, man. We only got one episode too.
It's Disney Plus.
That's the cool thing about Star Wars and all its iterations, the Star Wars universe. You don't really have to continuity isn't super important for you to watch it. You can you can pick up the animated Attack of the Clones,
you could watch Attack of the Clones and be completely satisfied. And never you could watch that whole thing from start to finish and feel okay, this was great. And you can, like you said, you can just jump in at any time. It's really one of those.
Yeah, it was the last Star Wars thing I watched. I watched a couple episodes of that. What's that shit on Disney Plus? Oh wait, it's all on Disney Plus because they bought it. But the animated shit.
The Star Wars in the Japanese art styles and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a bunch of different art styles and different stories that take place within the Star Wars world.
It's an anthology series, yeah.
I watched the first one kind of fucked it up though, because it was there's 10 episodes and they're all a different story, a different animation. But the first one is raw.
Such a banger.
anime shit where it's basically like some dude who looks like Afro Samurai fighting
Exactly.
Siths. Like it's mad hard, and then like the next one is like real cutesy bullshit, and it's like, well, I don't want to watch this now.
Yeah, it's an anthology series, so like it definitely like catches you off guard because that first one is a really good one. It's a good swing, and they do not miss with that. Like that whole the fighting style, even the twist that he's a fucking Sith. It's just like, sorry if I ruined that show that's been out for like 5 years. But yeah, no, I love that. No, so that is a good one. What were you saying, Joey? I know you don't you like Star Wars, but you haven't caught any of the shows.
No, I haven't caught much of. I just haven't been watching a lot of TV shows or movies the past few years. But I actually did watch most of the new season of Stranger Things. It was fucking dope.
Do you have some notes? Because I have notes. I don't have to spoil things, but right? Like we don't have.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. It's just there are some things about the show that are annoying.
Damn.
But I love the plot. I've always loved the plot.
I can't believe that's what you picked. You watch so little TV, and then when you tap in, you do Stranger Things. I feel like there's a lot. You can watch all the TV ever because I guess Stranger Things is genuine. Current.
It's a genuine pop culture sensation at this point. Like it's a genuine one.
I gotta big up Barry, bro. That show, I finished season 3. For those who don't watch Barry, all right, I think I talked about this in the last pod, but I gotta talk about it again because it's so fucking good. It's basically Bill Hader. If you don't know who Bill Hader is, the cop that's not Seth Rogen in that's who it is. Like that's all anyone knows him from. And he plays an assassin, which like when I first heard it packaged, it was like, oh, Bill, he's trying to change lanes and be like a Jason Statham. No, he wrote and basically the show is like, it's dark comedy. And I said this last time, I gotta say it again because it's such a good show and I want more people to talk about it with because nobody I know has seen it, or like very few people I know. But yeah, like the thing is like it, and especially for people who in this age where nobody has a good attention span, the show changes themes so quickly. Like it goes from like straight up slapstick humor to like without giving anything away, there's basically like there's a part where like a character dies in like a really funny way and you think it's supposed to be like a funny scene, and then it like snaps immediately into reality where like the person who killed them is now having to deal with like a real life, oh shit, I just murdered somebody, and it gets like straight into like hot drama, and it's like, whoa, like I forgot
it's murder. That's what's really good about it, is that like murder isn't good. Like that's the point of the show. Like, but he's been able to convince himself between like his own personal demons and being, not feeling purpose and having someone who's literally manipulating him, that he can kind of like, disassociate when he does these things. But when other characters brush against it and they're reacting like most humans would, like, oh shit, you're a serial killer, like that's really what it is. Like you're looking at
what it is. It's like you have one character who kills people as like a boring, like in the same way you send out an email, he kills people, but then and like that's his life, so it's like funny when you're like viewing the show from his lens. But when it like takes the lens, like zooms out and like any other character like approaches like his lifestyle or like gets onto it, it gets very real very quickly, and the tones change so fast. It really just locks you the fuck in. And I feel like they had some breathing room on the writing because of Corona, because like they had 2 seasons and then it stopped because of Corona, and then that 3rd season really like just laced you up. That is fucking fantastic television.
We are living in the golden age of television. I think like the format is like at its perfect like form right now. I think it's at the best. Like we're watching some of the best television. Like you think about like what was good television when, in 1999 or 2000 or 2005, it's a completely different fucking thing. Like the fact that
what like TV show from the 90s, and I'm not talking about like as far as being offensive, but like as far as like what did we watch in the 90s that we would never give time to now? Because there's got to be a bunch of shows that would not get a second season that are probably legendary.
Doogie Howser. MD.
Oh yeah, Doogie Howser would not made shit.
No, it would
And
have not
I watched
made it.
all of Doogie Howser. I
I
don't even know
love Doogie.
why.
What was the other one? My Best Friend's an Angel or some shit like that. Like, do you remember that? Like, fucking random one. Seventh Heaven wouldn't survive today. Seventh Heaven would have just been eviscerated. Like, unless it went to like a This Is Us kind of category.
Well, I think that Seventh Heaven walked so that This Is Us could fly.
Oh hell yeah! No, it really did,
That's
right,
true,
bro?
That's true.
That's
No,
accurate, very accurate.
We had to start
No,
somewhere.
I mean, what else? I think Dawson's Creek was one of those shows that would have survived just because it's a good old teen drama. But
you know what show would have been better? Okay, you know what show would have been better, and its
Angel.
counterpart would have not survived.
Angel would have been better.
Wow, why do you read my mind, bro? No, but no.
Did we actually just think? No. Wait.
No.
Wait.
I was gonna say Buffy would have been better, but Angel wouldn't have survived.
Okay. Buffy would have been way better, but Angel would have like went to a different
line. Insane, dude.
What is wrong
How the
with
fuck
us?
did we? What the hell, dude? Why were we both thinking about David Boreanaz at the same fucking time, dude?
That's the only person I was thinking of. Like, anyone else did not exist in that show, but David Boreanaz had a link with me, bro. Like, something about it. It was just so fucking cool. Who didn't want to be the tragic vampire that could never like love, but everyone loved? Like he couldn't love people without potentially killing himself. That is such a fucking cool plot line.
So you're saying you're a fan of Twilight?
Well written. No, because he did not have
the same plot line. Now that you say it like that, it's the same plot line.
Twilight took it from them, so like you love the original, not the copy.
The thing is, what? Twilight survived because Twilight survived on the backs of teens.
Oh, yeah.
Most things survive on the backs of teens.
Yeah,
I don't think I think
Skins.
I think Angel wasn't like marketed to teens as much as like Buffy was straight up for teens. I don't think Angel was like the same genre, same but like it just didn't do it for teens the way it was like for like middle-aged moms and me 10 years later when I watched it on Netflix.
I feel like Angel.
Oh, did you watch it again?
Since it kind of came out after Buffy, it was trying to take their same audience and give them something that they could be into now that they were older. Like, hey guys, remember the shit we used to fuck with? Well, you can keep it going. I got more for you. I got more. You got to keep making money off the future.
It was like a Naruto Boruto situation. Like some people fuck with it still.
It really was.
Right.
It really was.
Right.
Wow, that's an accurate thing right there. Except Boruto's ass. Let's be real. Like we did not need it.
From what I hear from the anime community, because I didn't keep up with it because it got too boring, but they say like it got really good. It's really good right now, but like I'm not digging in 100 episodes to get to it. There's too much happening in the world.
Because it's a lot like One Piece. Like I'm never gonna watch One Piece. Like at this point,
oh no, One Piece. I'm
never gonna. No, I can't. Like you can't get me locked into something that's like that epic at like that many episodes. Like we're not talking about like a good 100 episodes. I could do 100 episodes. Let's be real. I'm from the age of Inuyasha. 181 episodes and like 6 movies. I did it. But One Piece, bros. What's the episode count like at this point? Like I don't even know. Like
18, I think.
No, is it really?
It's definitely over 1,000. I'm at like 500, and I just like tap in every few years.
Oh my god, how long?
What's on your screen right now that you are like looking at with such disgust?
Me?
Yeah, you were just like staring deeply into your screen with the craziest face on.
I hope that gets through. What I'm trying to find out is how many episodes are they at? And it seems like they're at 1,015.
Nigga,
wow. They're about to go to 1,016. What the fuck? Holy shit.
Imagine we had 1,000 episodes of this podcast.
What does that look like?
How long does that take? That's, basically 912 more weeks. Do people even live that long? Hold on.
Yeah. We will not live that long.
How many years is the 912 weeks?
Yeah.
Where's my calculator?
Let's see. There's 52 in
a year.
So is that
multiplied it by dog years?
18 years?
divided by 18 years.
But less than
18
that?
years. 18 years. Sorry.
Yo,
I'll
that
take
Buffy
it.
the Vampire Slayer theme song.
Yo,
Was
how
like,
hardback is that?
that shit went hard. Also,
Oh,
Buffy, I remember Buffy
oof,
was back then was type scary.
ooh.
Buffy was type scary. There
Oh,
was some
oh, I thought
scary
you
ass
thought she was
episodes of
hot.
Buffy. Well,
Uh,
yeah, I was.
what about
I was.
Willow, bro?
Oh my god,
I can vividly remember thirsting over her
me
so
too.
badly.
Especially because
Like,
all she
Yeah,
ever
why
wanted
were
to
we?
do was make out with her nigga.
bro,
She was
when
with
she
it.
was on the cover of Maxim, I think I like that's when like manhood finally entered my life. Like I was like, oh, this is what I
Yeah,
want.
it's weird. Like maybe you know what it is. I think it's because Willow was on TV when we were children. Because for me, like the '90s, like hotties, like Carmen Electra didn't do it for me. Pamela Anderson
No,
didn't do it for me.
mm-mm.
It was really the Willows of the world in terms
Yeah.
of white women, at least.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
no, like I'm what's her name? Courtney
I
Courtney
did like the
Woo.
bitch though. The bitch on the show. Who was the bitch in Buffy? What was her name?
Wow, I have no idea actually.
She
Oh
was
yeah,
like
with the red hair.
My voice is
no, not
my
her. She was like Buffy's bully, and then she became their friend.
Was she a brunette? She was tall.
Yeah,
She was kind of
she
tall.
was a tall brunette. Yeah,
I thought her hair was red. I know Willow's hair was red. But yeah, she was a bitch. She was a bitch.
Buffy
But she was hot.
cast.
She was hot.
Yeah, she did it for me. I do like a mean girl.
Jennifer
Uh,
Love Hewitt. That's who it was. That's what I was
Charisma
thinking about.
I
Carpenter is
love
who I'm talking about.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right? Like
Charisma
something
Carpenter.
about
Cordelia,
her.
that was her name. Cordelia Chase.
Cordelia. Wow. Memory
Who the fuck thought of that
unlocked.
dumbass name? I've never met a Cordelia in my life.
I haven't either. But I hope we get more Cordelias now. Because it sounds nice. I think it's a nice name. It's
So now you have to have another child and name it Cordelia,
oh, she's really hot. I totally
despite
forgot
the
that.
gender.
Holy shit. Yeah, just like go sort like a 45-year-old like Cordelia, like very burly, masculine presenting man. Like my name's
I could pull off the
Cordelia.
name Cordelia.
Okay. So now you're Cordelia if you want. Up to you. It's like
I once introduced myself to people by the name of Zoe for like 3 weeks. Not a single person believed me.
okay. I like that. I think
I
Zoe
don't.
works, but why? Why can't you just change your name? Like
Nah,
like
you
that
definitely should be able to.
like that nice couple I met years ago that called themselves Knuckles and something else and Shadow. I don't know. Like
That's hot.
why do people have like no, it's not like
Don't come
can,
out-
can we can we be
Christian.
honest? Yeah, I'm coming at them, bro.
Yo, Knuckles is how, bro. She introduced me to you.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out my homegirl Deanna. Her
when we
man at the
talked about
time,
that,
what was his name? I forgot.
something like Shadow or
Nah,
something like
it was definitely something kind of metal, but
kind of metal, like
M.
broken.
Night Shyamalan.
Okay, listen, we should come up with aliases, but we also don't need to introduce ourselves as our alias in normal functions. You don't got to be like, hey, listen, my name's Knuckles. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, pick a better one. Pick like a, like, don't call, like, that's, if we're going to do that, then I'm going to be Bebop and like somebody's going to be Rocksteady with me and I'm just going to like fuck shit up. Like, yeah, my name's Bebop. Like,
I mean, wasn't that the idea? Like think about like an anime, right? You get this, there's a fight club, and there's one guy and his name is something like, Pounder, because he likes to, it's the same thing. It's just like in the hardcore scene, like, my name is Knuckles because, I'd be giving niggas the knuckles. Like a cartoon character.
Can you jerk off, Joey? Like, because like there's too, like, you just started talking about Pounder.
The name Pounder came too fast to you.
Way too fast. Like you could have came up with anything in the world, really, bro. Like, just fast. Yeah. Why did I say no Pounder? Pun intended? Well, that is a complete pun intended. You did come really fast.
Funny thing is, my legs are like up here too on my desk.
Oh shit! Damn! What the fuck?
I haven't seen your calves in 2 years.
That's amazing. Like, if that's not the cover for every YouTube cover from now on, just that's what it is. Wow, I'm impressed. That's some flexibility. That's wow. Look at you.
Yeah, ladies.
Have you been doing yoga?
A little bit.
A little Pilates?
I'm gonna get 12 nose piercings and introduce myself as Nebraxis.
Nebraxis, that's hard.
Nebraxis is hard, right? It sounds like I'm a cyborg.
Well, you said Nebraxis with an X and a Brax. No, that's hard, bro. And then your nickname could be Brax. Like,
no, it's gonna be Nebraxis.
The bitches call you Brax.
Nebraxis, but the NE in the front is just gonna be a symbol.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like your mind was coming from a place that I can kind of track. And I track it down to Mortal Kombat, and Sector, and what's his name?
Cyrax. Yes.
Cyrax.
You're living in my brain, dude. Get out of here. Get out.
Because I saw you with the dreads and like Sector, like is just. I think that would be a wonderful way for somebody to fuck up what you polite. Like somebody cuts you off really badly, you get really upset, and you just send like a little mini missile. Just like, I don't know, maybe murder.
I love that 90s trend where like robots had dreads. There was a lot of animation with robots with dreads. Predator, with dreads.
Yeah,
I like that.
Me too.
I think they're telling us something. Is that the next evolutionary like step for Black people? Like, does like the Black race like finally form itself into cyber ninjas? Because that would probably stop racism in like 10 minutes flat. Like everybody
would stop racism.
I'm
because
good.
You'd eradicate the whites.
Yeah, exactly. I would just imagine just coming through. That is.
I'm going to, after this podcast, I'm going to shove one of my dreads into an electrical socket and hope
See what happens.
it transforms me. It sends a charge through me.
Like you just have, but now either way, it becomes your origin story. So like, even if like your face gets burnt or you become you actually get upgraded. I feel like that's the dumbest thing that we've ever said. Upgraded by an electrical socket. Like there's no information in the electricity. Just so
how many?
That sounds like a really weird kind of like cult.
I'm gonna upgrade.
How many people do you think have died in the last 30 years from like doing some dumb shit trying to have a superhero origin story?
Oh yeah, that's a good amount of people. I mean, technically, anyone who's ever had a dream and tried to jump off of something, like
I've seen a couple people. Like I've heard a couple of news reports that like somebody jumped off a building, and then like it was reported that they like joked about thinking they could fly like days earlier, and then I've heard that. Has anybody ever? I feel like if you got dunked in acid, it was on purpose. There's like, how did you get dunked in acid without thinking you were going to gain superpowers?
I mean, somebody threw you in acid.
The reality is like acid would just like burn you, right? Like you're not gonna get superpowers. So we're coming up with shitty ways. But what if we like some kind of experimental toxic ooze? Now that there we go. Now we're in the right lane.
Well, that's the thing.
What do you turn into when this mutagenic like pathogen gets introduced into you? So do you become Bebop Rocksteady? I think that would be good. Or do you become?
See, here's the thing. If you're not a scientist and like aren't really aware of the periodic table and the elements on it, any liquid could be toxic ooze if you try. You know what I mean? You could like drink bleach and be like, this is toxic ooze, right? Yeah. Chemical. Just drink it and then think you're getting powers and really you just throw up for hours.
Yeah, your kidneys fail. That's what happens. It's a really good like, man, I wish superpowers did exist. Like I wish all of a sudden.
There's got to be like 3 people here who get bitten by spiders on purpose.
Right.
Oh.
At least.
I think about it from time to time. Like, maybe I could just... What if this could be the one? What if this can be the one?
Get hit by this biohazard truck or... And like the reality is that biohazard trucks are probably just carrying fucking like animal fat, and like you're just gonna be covered in that shit. Like it's not good.
It's just Windex.
It's just like, hey, fuck. I smell terrible. It's not even like ammonia Windex. Like it's the non-ammonia formula. So like you don't even get the burning sensation. You just feel really streak free. Like nothing. Like just wow. Whoa, that's the superpower.
Your clothes don't wrinkle.
You're streak free, bro. Everything, nothing like or like you're see through. Wait, that's invisibility.
Did you guys? Was it in our group chat? Did you guys ever see that TikTok with the guy who like breaks down why every superpower needs another superpower? You guys ever see that?
No,
the guy's like,
for the first time, I have not seen a TikTok because I've seen them all at this point.
It was this dude saying like, okay, if you name a superpower, right, and you need a bunch of every superpower, you need a bunch of other superpowers to sustain it. Like if you wanted to run as fast as the Flash, well, it's like then you'd have to be able to your skin would have to be able to withstand the speed, and your organs would have to be able to do certain shit and blah blah blah.
Super durability, you know, all the things that come along with it. Like even Flash's caloric intake is massive because he has to constantly like they do this in Young Justice, and it's the Kid Flash character, Wally West, and he's running across the world, and he's not as fast as Barry Allen at this point because if whoever knows like the continuity of what they do, there's something called the Speed Force that kind of like is a lane that they all have to share, but the more people that are in the Speed Force, they can only exactly, it makes it slower for everyone. There's a certain amount of speed that people can only get, and so forth. Yeah, exactly. So what's great, like there's an episode where Wally's like, Wally's trying to get to the Atlantic region, and he like opens up his like super little pouch of food that has like 10 million calories, like because he needs to replenish. And that's something that, you don't think about, but you're right. Like any power would have to have something support it. Like even if you had super strength, you need to have the super durability so your bones don't crush every time you pick something up. Yeah, or even just the mental fortitude. Like there's a lot of things that come with superpowers.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of semantics because they're superpowers in general. Like like if I have super speed, of course that's gonna include the super durability and whatever my body needs to do to give me the calories.
No,
but then real, again, like I don't know, like what
But what if you are Barry Allen, you're the top speedster in the world, and you have to eat like 15 fucking chicken breast every like 2 hours? I think that would like fuck you up.
Oh my god, bro.
Like it would definitely not be 15. It'd be somewhere like 100, 200 chicken breast.
Exactly. It's like a full cow that he's just eating at light speed, so it doesn't taste it. Like
the speed is literally just making the cow into mush into his face, so he can just absorb it, all its calories. No, I like that. I love. That's a good idea. I need to think of.
Christian,
now I'm back. It's just.
I would just want to be invisible for my superpower, because then I could take things.
Okay.
Pop up places.
All right. What superpower would you be fucking with?
We live in a society. I just want the power to produce money. Just be Elon Musk out of nowhere, and the FBI can't figure it out.
That's the worst movie I've ever.
You can do that. It's called starting a crypto scam.
Yeah. And just assume his identity. Just start like literally calling yourself Elon Musk everywhere, and everybody goes
like Tai Lopez, the YouTuber, who was always just like, these are my 80 cars, these are my 80 Bentleys. And you know how I got this way? By reading 17 books an hour. And they taught me, I got a mentor, and they taught me how to sell air to an airman. Like shit like that. You ever see that guy?
No, but now I mean,
you just described like every finance YouTuber pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah, no, he was like the first one. He was like he's the OG.
I wanted to talk about this genres of TikToks that or that short form video that I'm no longer like. I don't want. I don't know why. Like, why I get the guy who's gonna tell me tips about this credit card secret that I should know. He doesn't know. I follow. Like, fuck. Stop that. Please, I don't need it. I'm not watching it anymore. I'm not like after the 15th tip about going to the Hyatt and getting free nights. Like, shut the fuck up.
I hate the finance YouTubers that are like, because the thing about finance is like there's different tax brackets. So like I'll follow some guy with like tips and tricks for like the under 100K crowd. But then like one video popped up yesterday where it was like don't buy this Corvette for $100,000. Do what I did. I bought this property for $950,000 and I used $100,000 as a down payment instead of buying the Corvette. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck? This is not relatable to me right now at all. I do not have $100,000 spent on a car. I can't even pay off my car. I still owe fucking. Oh, I gotta pay my car payment today, actually. Damn. Shit. That $350 is gonna beat my ass.
It does. And when it comes to collect, bro, I am so damn. I'm actually paid. I paid off one of the cars. That was great. And then I've got. I think I can finish up this one in a year, which I hope I can. But it's a bitch, man. People don't making an on-time car payment and not forgetting, bro. Shit trips you up. You'd be like, damn, 400 and what?
I got that
$800.
Jesus,
my car's paid like 8 months in advance, so I don't really have to pay it. But like
Ooh,
I should.
Very smart. Very smart.
Because it's still accruing interest.
Yeah.
Getting into shitty interest deals,
dude. I really can't wait until the point in history where, like I said, I've said this before, and I always think about like all the things now that we do that like in the future, whether it be 50 years, 100 years, thousands of years, we're gonna go, wow, that was like a really dumb period of time. Interest is for sure gonna be one of those things. You're like, wait, so you telling me they made up this magical thing that they trade goods and services for? Half the people don't have it, and they charge you more of this imaginary currency when you don't have it? What the fuck was that shit? As like our evolutionized selves just like float in the air like jellyfish. Right.
Like, niggas was on some shit back then, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I had watched Multiverse of Madness, and like one of the jokes in the entire movie, I'm not going to spoil it for everyone, but the joke was essentially that she grabs like a piece of food and just like walks off, and like the other character comments and goes like, aren't you going to pay for that? And she goes like, actually, your universe is one of the only ones that charges for food. And it's like, like that's going to be a concept. Like one day we're going to get to that point, and we're just going to grab and just work, and we're going to be.
Listen, I say this all the time. If we all started stealing, it's not really stealing anymore. It's just the way things work. So government try and stop us, but no, nobody wants to get on board because you want to obey the laws that are fake. Laws are fake.
But then where does stealing like stop?
Oh, it doesn't, baby. That's the beauty of it.
That's dangerous, right? Like we're gonna get to like a Mad Max kind of situation really quick. Like we're gonna have one place hoarding all of it, and it's gonna be some like dingo warrior with a fucking like saw blade for a weapon, and we're gonna it's gonna be at the Home Depot. Like that's where
listen, it's gonna be me and like 45 bitches, and we're just gonna post up in the Walmart. I'm stealing everybody's scat pack. This is Detroit. There's plenty of them. And then we're just gonna surround the Walmart with guns, and that's where we live now. And y'all guys could have the rest.
Walmart is a good
the super center is my territory.
Yeah. I'll get Sam's Club or like a Costco. We got that down. And we'll have my faction of, I don't know who, maybe nobody. Maybe it's just me and my robots. That's
the way to do it.
My Sector and Cyrax.
in this dystopian, very near future, you're also a robotics engineer, and you're just building robots to protect you from whatever you can find in Sam's Club.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yes, Joey's allowed. Joey's allowed, and female robots is totally allowed. You're allowed to, Sasha, but you already said that you wanted to hole up in Walmart Supercenter. But I think we could do better. We got tires at the Sam's Club. Walmart got tires too.
Yeah, they do have tires.
Yeah. So
I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to reveal the secrets of my new home.
But Sam's Club got gas. So
what's funny is that Walmart and Sam's Club are the same.
Yeah.
Niggas.
It's the same exact.
Either way, they win. Fuck them.
Costco, BJ's, whatever. Like any.
In reality, I'm probably just going to end up. In reality, I'm probably like in real life, I'm probably going to end up living in one of those like shipping container homes. I feel like
in real life, I'm probably dead. In real life, I'm probably dead. In this dystopian future that I have to like forage and fight and hunt for every single scrap, and people are stealing shit at all points. Yeah, maybe I'm dead. I'm either taken out or I just take myself out.
Glory. But no, like for real, like I've been looking into like alternative, quote unquote, alternative homes. I don't think I could ever like be like a homeowner. Like that sounds like like mowing a lawn. Who the fuck? I don't even want this grass. Like, why do I have to mow this shit?
Mowing a lawn is a bitch.
Like I've been looking into like living in containers. Maybe not the RV because that seems really weird. Like trailer homes. Like I'm thinking about that shit, bro. Because I don't intend to raise a family, so like I don't need a lot of space. I can barely keep this studio apartment clean. This is a 400 square foot studio apartment. I can barely keep this clean. It's like I'm managing a whole house and paying a housekeeper and hoping she doesn't steal from me because she will. So no, I think I'm just gonna get a container, one of those shipping container homes. You ever see those? Those are sick, dude.
Yeah.
They look sick in theory. Like I just like all of those just seem like pure ass. Like at the end of the day, even though they look cool, like oh yeah, but there's no insulation. Oh yeah, but there's no there's no air that you can get positively through this. Oh yeah, but it's actually just a tough shed. Stop being a dickhead. Like it's like you finance this. You finance this for like $390.
I'll figure it out. I'm going to own property, but like to rent out to people because I'm
That's
going
evil.
to be a landlord, evil capitalist, but only in my wallet. On the outside, I look like I'm saving the environment and doing cute shit.
I want to own a B&B. That's what I want. I want a bed and breakfast. I feel like that's
my
nice.
dream. That's my dream is to like be like one of these like influencers that like I live out of a school bus and travel the country, but like really I own like 6 properties and I'm definitely like a scumbag landlord. Like I'm definitely a slumlord and like I am just not turning their heat on. Like but like I'm just got but on TikTok I got like jewelry in my beads and
so this kind of brings me to something I actually learned yesterday. So apparently in Los Angeles, landlords are not are not what you may call it, required to provide fridges for their tenants. No, just in LA. So like and like all of them obviously take the shittiest route immediately. Like all the landlords, oh, we don't have to. You've got no fridge. And like I don't know if there's any LA listeners who don't have a fridge and had to get one of their own. Let us know. I want to hear this. I want to because that's wild to me. Like I was like literally like aghast. I was like, wait, what do you mean you got to buy your own fridge? And because that's crazy, right? Like that's hundreds of pounds. Like you got to lug it in a certain way. You can't do that shit yourself. You can't be like you got to hire people or have friends that like you.
And a truck. Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how. That's why all kitchens are on the first floor because you can't get that shit upstairs.
Yeah. That's exactly like you. What are you gonna do? Like that would be you live on a second floor walk up.
What color's your fridge?
Mine? White.
What color is it?
White.
You got a white fridge. What about you, Joey?
That's how long Joey doesn't look at it.
This nigga don't even eat.
He doesn't. He just makes beats and
not like
Cheeto and lie. No,
I'm like I can't fucking imagine it right now, and I was definitely just there right before this podcast.
You could just walk over there and let us know. Report back.
I don't want to leave, baby.
Well, that's the new thing that people are clowning people for. Like, oh, you're broke if you have a white fridge, which I have a white fridge. I am broke, so that checks out.
Wow.
I mean, I have 2 kids, and
born broke. We're from New York. We live in America.
It's a new fridge.
If you're not broke in America, you're a piece of shit.
It was a brand new fridge, so it wasn't like that. That's not like.
I'm gonna go find out the color of my fridge right now. Shit,
it's kind of whack. I had a stainless steel fridge
in his house for like 3 years, and he has legitimately no. Joey just walked off screen to go find out the color of his fridge. He legitimately has lived in his house for like 3-5 years. Has no idea the color of his fridge.
No idea.
This is a focused nigga right here.
He's not jerking off. He is straight up not eating. The man is just making beats, and I'm not even sure if he drinks.
Like maybe he drinks on the way What if, like, on the way to his fridge, he totally forgets why he was there and just, like, sits on the couch and starts watching something? Like, just totally forgets he's in the middle of recording.
That
That
would
checks
be
out for Joey.
nice. Yeah, I would like that for him. I actually wish that would happen for him. Oh, no, it didn't.
Yeah, that bitch white.
Yeah.
Well, we are a bunch of broke boys. We don't got no scat packs.
We
got white fridges. Damn.
Well, why would you clown somebody for the color of their fridge though? It's kind of like
that's just the new bougie thing.
It's nonsense. Listen, I want a French door.
It's like people who are like, "Oh, I don't drink Dasani." Bitch, shut the fuck. Like, what? Your shower ain't filtered.
It's good. No, it's not. It's really not. And like, it's totally fine. Like, even though different water do taste better, there's flavors in water. There's tiers to it also. Like,
what is your preferred water of choice?
You really want to know? It's between Core and Poland Springs Origin. Those two, so good.
I like Fiji, but I also will just drink whatever. A lot of subtleties with some things I won't notice or remember. My memory is really, really weird with certain things.
Thirsty.
And
yeah, I'm thirsty. I'm like dying. Like,
there's some things I think my brain just doesn't fucking detect a lot of times until I do something the 100th time. But I was a big Fiji drinker. Trader Joe's at one point had Fiji water for the super low. It was insane, and that's why they don't carry it anymore. Because I know Fiji was like, "Look, we're not gonna keep selling you this water for this low price." Because you go to a deli and buy a small Fiji bottle.
Fiji is like $3. Like, oh well, over here is like $3-4. Like, but Poland Spring Origin. If you should look that up, or Core. Have you guys had Core?
No, but I will tell you something about Fiji water. As someone who used to work at a water bottling factory, so yeah, it does come from that spring or whatever. But like, the taste isn't different. You're literally only tasting it differently because of the shape of the bottle.
I believe it.
I believe it.
The shape of the bottle is the reason why I like that water.
They try to do the same thing with Poland Spring. They try to like make a Poland Spring with like a different water bottle shape so that people would like.
They can
upcharge for it and like market as luxury water.
Yeah, it's called Origin, and I love it. It's actually really nice. Like, I think it's just the form factor of the bottle, but also the fact that like the bottle for some reason gets much cooler than most things out there. They're setting it.
Your brain.
I don't know, man. It feels much better.
I worked on the machines that make those bottles. It's the exact same.
Wow.
Wow. It comes from the exact same place. It just tastes different because
Poland Spring is good though. Poland Spring just in general.
Are you actually sure that the shape of a container doesn't affect what happens to it? Are you actually sure?
100%. In the same way that butter from a container versus butter from a stick tastes different.
But butter in a container can be whipped, so it's not going to taste different. It's going to have a different texture, right?
But you can get like solid butter like in a tub.
Can you? I've never seen solid.
Or the same way like a slice of cheese versus like shredding it tastes different. It's all in your head.
Well, it's textures. It's
like, think about this. I want you to picture something right now. I want you to picture a tiny pyramid of ground beef. Doesn't that sound disgusting in your head?
Wait. How tiny as in like?
Not really, because
my hand or like a
little
tiny my desk.
Like this, like your hand, like your fingers like this, a tiny pyramid of ground beef. In your head, that seems disgusting, and you probably would not eat it. But as a burger, you flatten it, delicious.
I mean, I don't know. I've eaten meat in all shapes.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Glizzy shapes. Look at Joe. Look at Thrillah from the 3 asking for a 6. Meats of all sizes and shapes.
Wait, why did you say a pyramid of? Is this pyramid
this
cooked?
Is the oddest thing in the world.
This is a cooked pyramid, because I'm saying like it's like the same reason bologna and hot dogs are different. Fried bologna and a hot dog is the same meat, but it tastes different because it's a different shape.
I don't think that's
entirely
bologna true.
And hot dogs definitely taste different because some hot dogs
different
are made of
spices.
Beef, hot dogs are made of pork. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and
But you can get a
literally.
bologna and hot dogs that are the exact same meat, but they taste
I'm,
different because they're
I'm
different shapes.
But you're gonna emulsify it. Oh, and I don't know, man. We're
wait,
overthinking this shit already.
wait.
I'm gonna get
Well,
water.
This is what this
how do I
podcast is about. It's about thinking about dumb shit like this, like the
like
shapes of
me?
food.
Yeah. Wait, how do I get a bologna flavored hot dog? Where can I get? I need one. I just want to
Bologna
see
and
what.
hot dogs are the same meat, so
But not if, like, not if you have a chicken hot dog. Like,
or like a
is
block of
bologna
cheese and a wheel of cheese and a slice of cheese could all come from the same place, but they all like there's a different sensation when you eat them.
well, sensation can come from texture, but what I'm saying is, right, is bologna strictly beef?
I mean, you could probably just go buy the cheapest bologna and the cheapest hot dogs you could find right now, and they're made of the same things. Just both Oscar Mayer products.
I'm about to look exactly perfect. Oscar Mayer. Wanna be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That's what I truly want to be.
The shape of food changes its taste. Even with pasta, like spaghetti versus a rigatoni, it's different.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And there's no textural component to it. It's the same thing. It's just because the shapes are different, it just your brain does something different to it.
Well, I feel like there's still gonna be a textural component because there's like the texture of the, like, you know, you have a, this is gonna sound crazy. You have a mouthful of really skinny, stringy noodles versus a few bigger noodles that are like tubes. You know, that's a different texture. Where you feel the way the way it feels on your tongue and your cheeks.
You're just trying way too hard to make this sound sus, bro.
I don't want it to sound sus. Because a clip of me saying, "Oh yeah, the beef in the mouth feels good," like, is, you know, that's gonna go crazy.
I'm trying to think of like weird, like shit that you like. Think about just like food that you eat that if it was shaped differently, it would be like visually disgusting to you.
Honestly, that's like
there's no food in a pyramid I want to eat. None.
Yo, but a pyramid burger sounds like it could hit in a weird way. All right, here we go. Bologna.
I think you're still searching bologna.
Well, I'm on the Oscar Mayer website.
Wait, what are you doing on the Oscar Mayer website?
So I'm trying to see, right, if bologna is beef, just beef. You know, like, because there'd be mystery meats and shit.
It's mostly beef. Yeah.
Yo,
we're just sitting here like going through the shapes of food and how they would taste different.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're probably you're probably right, but I still think some of that cold water tastes nice. I like water of all types, but
or imagine this: like, do y'all fuck with like boxed macaroni, like the boxed mac and cheese?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you buy it if it came in a tube?
Like a Pringles tube? Like a Pringles
like you
tube?
just slide it out like into your mouth. I might actually fuck with that. Let's think about that, because that's an efficient way to eat. If we're being real, you just like a push pop, but like of macaroni and cheese. What
if it was like, dude, would you eat a meat push pop? I don't think you would.
Is it warm?
I'm a meat push pop. Wow. At the same time,
I'm a meat push pop.
Is it warm? And I am a meat pop.
It's cooked to perfection.
Listen, I've had
isn't that a hot dog?
Kebab. A kebab. Like, that's technically,
I fuck with a kebab.
But a kebab is like, are you talking about a shish kebab? Like where it's like the little pieces of meat with the stick?
No, there's like I'm trying to think. I think it's Pakistani. Like they form like ground beef over a skewer, and
the rotating thing that they slice the lamb off of.
No.
Wow.
No, I'm talking about like an actual kebab. Like it's on a skewer itself. There's multiple skewers, and it's actually meat. I gotta look it up. I'll look it up. But yeah, that's fire because they spice. It's so yeah. I have eaten a meat stick. And listen, man.
Oh, I see it. Oh, it looks like corn on the cob, but it's just all meat.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, that should look fire. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm not sure if it's something like Middle Eastern.
This is like the glizzy evolution, right? Hot dog glizzy evolve into kebab.
Listen, it really is like that. I it's Father's Day coming up, guys. I'm gonna be enjoying a nice ribeye that was ordered for me. But what do you do on Father's Day, Sasha? Like, do you treat yourself to anything? Do you just like give your like? Does anyone like come over and shake some ass in front of you? Because I get a little bit of column A, column B. It's great. It's a good day for me.
I mean, typical Father's Day in the past. You get like a world's best dad mug or some cheesy shit.
I
Hope
love
my
that.
daughter's
I
not
like
listening
those.
to this. But my baby moms will usually like cook something big. But yeah, I'm in Detroit right now, so probably just to do a little FaceTime, say what's up to the brat now that she's out of school. I think her last day was today. So
My son's is Friday, so it's a
so
it's
do you?
gonna
Let
be a
me
good
tell you.
weekend.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. A friend of ours had said a couple of years ago how much he hates Father's Day because he always gets ass gifts. Do you, as a
Okay,
father, I always get ass gifts, but let's be honest, I'm not a great father. But do you, Father of the Year? I actually
I am not.
bigged up you on my fucking my live last night while I was drunk on TikTok. But you're the
Aw.
Father of the Year. Do you still get shitty cliche dad gifts? Do you have a rack of ties?
And here is where I stand up on my soapbox. No, dude, do you know how much I fucking hate Father's Day gifts? Like 90% of the fucking gifts out there. Okay, here's my gripe. I don't know. It wasn't last year. It was the year before. Joni really does like a really good gift giver most of the time. But Father's Day, I think, like escapes a lot of people's brains, and then they remember really late, and then they buy you something really stupid. She handed me like a couple nice gifts, and I was like, oh cool, and then they got to the cheesy fucking apparel. She fucking hands me a shirt, and it says Dad Bod, but it's like it's in. Yeah, already like the Run DMC font, the two red. I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
I
I
was
was
just
like
like,
already with like right out the door, right? I was like, I can't, I was gonna be nice. I wasn't gonna say anything. I didn't like it, right? Then the second shirt rolls around, bro. World's greatest farter.
wow. Did you just throw it at you in a ball? Because that's equally
That would have been
disrespectful.
better. I literally was so pissed. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, why would I wear this? And she's like, it's funny. I was like, this isn't funny. There has never been a Mother's Day gift that has been like, hey, queef princess. Like, like, you've never, like, best motherfucker around, like like I don't understand it. Why is like I know, like, society has deemed men as really unnecessary, and yes, we are. The future is female. But but what the fuck, man? Like, I can't get like something sentimental. Why can't I get potpourri and flowers and shit? I would enjoy that. I would like, yo, you put some
Do you
thought
like getting
behind a
gifts?
gift. I do. I think it's a nice thing when
Wait,
somebody thinks about
let
what
me
they're
rephrase
doing.
that. Let me rephrase that. Do you like getting gifts from a significant other? Because I don't. I don't
Okay.
at all.
I like sentimental gifts that are done with thought. It doesn't have to have value. It could just be something that is like, you notice something about, maybe that person's missing. And I think like when you're with somebody for a long time, I think that's like one of those, that's my love language, right? Like, I see something that you're missing, or maybe something that you would want, or even something that you maybe fond over, whatever it is. It could be anything, and I'm gonna do that. And that's where I think my love will, like, kind of grow, because I love, giving gifts. But then when the person does it for me as well, then it's just like, damn, like, this is awesome. You understand me. That's what I'm looking at when I look at a gift. Like, do you understand me? And when I get a gift that makes me feel like you don't understand me, I do feel very slighted.
I
Very
understand
slighted.
that. Yeah.
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 Yeah, bro.
Very slight.
I hate getting gifts to women for that exact reason. Because, like, bro, I mean, and obviously, my relationships have not been very long. I did get one gift one time. That's a Patreon type gift. I'm not gonna talk about that, but I here's my thing too. I'm an impulse shopper with very little needs. So like I'd really like if I want it, I'll get it unless I can't afford it. And if I can't afford it and you get it for me, like
That's
I'm
crazy.
grateful. I love you. That's amazing. But now I know I gotta top your shit when I get you something, which is like it's like
or you could just top her shit.
They don't accept that as gifts, right? That's
but that's why you get the nice gift, and then you just work on her that night,
supplement it.
Like really, like work for that. Like what, baby? I love you. Like dudes who get the gift
every time
and don't do it. Listen, that's logical when it's every like 2 weeks.
You're giving out too much value, Sasha.
When you're 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Sometimes you forget to give your all in that last tourney.
That is why I'm. Well, I'm not single. I have like 4 girlfriends right now, and I love you all. But they're
they go wild in your honor.
They're out there. They don't live near me. We're all deeply in love, but we all get our own space, and that's beautiful.
Wow, know what? That's it. That's the future. And that's what I'm saying. It's like when you're not at bat all the time, you might forget. So
do you? That's my thing. I remember one time in terms of gift giving. I don't want to bring up this ex because she is hell. But I remember this girl. I'm not gonna say what it was because then everyone's gonna know who it was. But like, I got her a gift. And she cried. She was like, "This is amazing." And bro, I was plotting this out. It was a Christmas gift. And I was plotting this shit out for weeks. I had to ask coworkers if I could have it delivered to their house so they didn't so she didn't catch wind. And then, and I don't trust these motherfuckers. So like, actually, Mello, who listens, I sent it to his house. Shout out to my boy Mello. But
Shout
out Mello.
Actually, you know what? Has anybody listened to this that even knows her? I don't think so. Anyway, so I'll tell you what the gift was. She was a hockey fan. Guessed her color. Obviously, this is a mistake. But I remember there was a hockey player, and we all know I don't give a shit about sports. I don't care about sports. But she was really into hockey, and I remember like 6 months before Christmas, she had talked about her favorite hockey player and how that player, whose name I don't remember now, had left her was on her favorite team and then got traded. So his jersey was no longer available. So I got her a official custom jersey made with this player's name on it and on like the Rangers or Devils or whatever fucking Northeastern team it was. She opened this shit up and started weeping. Like she was on the floor. Oh my God. I got her a chain with my name on it that she's like joked about wanting months earlier. Cause you gotta get the joke gift and then like no, this is that shit.
The real gift. Yeah.
The real gift. So she was like, oh my God, thank you. And then it was like, oh my God.
Those she got me, I want those moments.
She got me a gold chain when I specifically said I don't wear jewelry. Because at the time I didn't wear jewelry. And I don't wear gold at all now. And by the way, this was a plated gold, so like this shit was gone in the shower. but and like a Dragon Ball Z t-shirt that was white. Bro, how long have you known me? I wear white t-shirts when? I've worn like 3
seen you wear a white shirt. Ever. Oh, I've seen you wear when we went to our friend's boxing match. That was the only time that I saw you in white. And
I was wearing black that day.
That was like you switched into white. I don't know.
Figment of your imagination.
Maybe it was.
I definitely vivid because I would have been that boxing match was a wet t-shirt contest in there. It was so hot. I would have been a. That was definitely a black t-shirt. There's a one picture of me in a white shirt on my Instagram, but like literally that shirt is in the corner of my closet with 3 other white shirts that like I refuse to bleach in a load because it only has 3 white shirts.
I can't picture you in a white shirt.
It is not, that's
Damn,
and it kind of like it stings when somebody does that. Like when somebody gets you something that's like so outside of like your like who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it like so yeah, that world's greatest farter one. I was like I still give her shit about it, and she'll really get mad. But it's like I was like, why? I was like, I've never done that. I've never just like phoned it in with a like a really bad joke, like Queef Princess.
What's
Yeah.
your worst gift you've ever gotten, Joey?
I don't think I've ever really gotten like bad gifts because
That's a lie.
like
Somebody's
not
giving you something bad.
I don't think I've gotten bad gifts that I've cared about them being bad.
Yeah.
Like I get bad gifts for Christmas all the time, like I get like pajamas from people. Like but my mom will also buy me, like I don't wear pajama
That's
pants,
nice.
like shit like that. Like
You don't?
you get shit that like I don't wear that kind of things. But I've never really gotten like a bad gift from like someone I cared about. Because I've been blessed when it comes to being given gifts from my significant others. I always get good gifts, but I think
So what's your best gift then?
Shit. That's tough because like, all right, so one year an ex got me first Ableton push controller that came out.
Wow, that's
insane.
cool.
Couple years later, the next one got me the next one that came out, and then a couple years later, the next one got me the laptop. And like I just I've done well. I've done well. And that is why we date the white women.
I'll talk about my favorite gift, actually. And it was my Audio Technica turntable. Shout out to my wife who bought that for me. Like, completely surprised me. And she's always been good at, like, like those like good little like reminders of love, and I love that. So I'll give it back to her. Yeah. That was just a faux pas. I just don't understand Father's Day gifts. Like, they're always like the ones that like Walmart thinks that like dads are gonna get, like world's greatest grandpa, or like like dumb shit like that. Like, can't we get something better? Like, what?
Right.
Like
tell me my dick is big. Give me a shirt that says, number one squirt maker, some shit like that.
Oh shit! A dick rating.
Yeah,
you get like a really good one, like someone's.
That would be a good gift if my girl got a shirt with my face on it that said it wasn't for if the gift was her wearing clothing with my face on it that says "This man fucks the dog shit out of me," I would
right. You feel me?
Yeah.
I do have to say, actually, though, I love homemade gifts. One of my favorite gifts that I've ever gotten was from a very dear friend of mine, and she painted something.
Oh, that's me. Nice. I love that.
Like she paint obviously I'm Thrillah, and the whole name is Saint Thrillah, which is the moniker I chose a long time ago, and she painted like this picture of like the Virgin Mary, and she gave me this patch that she embroidered. It was crazy. Trying to think of fire shit. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I don't have them anymore because of life shit. But homemade gifts, love homemade gifts.
Don't make me shit for anybody listening. Don't make me garbage. I don't want it. The best gift I ever got was maybe not the best, but
money.
The best gift I've ever gotten was drugs. But
those are good gifts.
Those are good
gifts. The best gift I ever got? This is gonna blow your mind. It was from my baby mom's wife's father. So my kid's step grandfather. He got me a $50 gas card. Blew my fucking mind, dude. I love a practical gift. So keep in mind, I barely know this man. I've met him 3 times, and I pull up for Christmas, and he's there, and I didn't think to get him shit because I'm thinking about my daughter. I'm not thinking about him. And then he just slides me a card, $50 gas card. Keep in mind, this was 3 years ago. So this was 3 years ago, and I drive a Honda Civic. So this is 3.5 tanks of gas at the time.
yeah.
So really I was nice, I was on the floor. I was like, oh my God, I love practical gifts.
I love practical gifts too, bro. Give me money. Give me money.
A bill.
A nigga need please pay a bill, bro. Take it off my hands. Dude, don't buy $100 sweater for me that I'm not gonna wear, bro. Handle my car insurance, please.
Dude, did you see the internet was in a debate a few years ago, or a year ago, I guess, when I think Michael B. Jordan got Lori Harvey stock in Dior or something for Christmas, and the Twitter was a buzz about it. Bro, yes, buy me stocks. Buy me stocks for Christmas, please. Facts. I just bought some Amazon stock. I'm broke right now. Amazon did the stock split, and I bought a couple shares. So
Nice.
please buy. In fact, if anybody wants to give me anything for Father's Day, because this episode will air tomorrow, meaning that it will air 3 days before Father's Day, get me Amazon stock. It's only like $120 right now. Like, please do that for me. That's what I want.
Right.
Shares.
And my cash is ain't Thrilla. The S is a dollar sign. I'm not a father. But if if you want, you could just send me. You could send me $1.
Honey,
you know what
daddy.
I'm saying? Like what you got on my 8th? You know what I'm saying? Throw a nigga 35.
Yeah.
Also, since this does air before Father's Day, boys, please save the corny. If you ever called me daddy, you owe me a Father's Day gift post. Just because if you post that shit, I know nobody's calling you daddy. Nobody is.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
is.
never even heard that one. Wow. I'm glad I've avoided hearing those corny niggas.
Listen, I don't want you calling me daddy. I don't want anybody calling me daddy except for my kids and
that's fair. Yeah,
my woman behind closed doors. Like we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I don't want extras. Like I didn't ask for that. I've got enough mouths to worry about. Besides some rando like daddy.
Oh, like, everyone can call me daddy. Please call me daddy in public.
Don't call me daddy because I feel weird about that. Like I mean, I guess.
Do you?
Honestly, if you call me anything, I'm gonna be with it
with enough enthusiasm. And
I think text me. Just I need friends. My phone dry.
Damn.
Now you know what's gross when girls call you Poppy and they're not Hispanic.
Oh yeah, please don't do
gross.
That. Please not. Like, what are you doing? Please
Did
don't.
You learn that on Duolingo, bitch? Like, get off me.
It's happened so many times in my lifetime, and it's just like, Poppy, like, no, let's just not go there. Like, it's cool. Like, I know it's not your language. It's all right.
Like babe, you're Arabic.
You're my love, my beloved. You're from Crown Heights. Please stop saying like you really just got a plate of oxtails. Like you. This is not. You're not gonna call me Poppy.
Oh damn.
You're not gonna call me Poppy.
Call me crazy, but at least you're calling.
Like what does Poppy mean in German exactly? Because that's what you are.
Thank you, Helga. I appreciate you. Why is it the only like German name I thought of? Helga. That is a German name, right? Like
I think that's the only German name.
It is the only one, right?
Helga, Olga. No, those aren't even German. I think those are like Polish or Swiss.
I don't know. It's some kind of.
We are not cultured here at the National Meat Treasure. What shape is National Meat Treasure? What shape is our meat?
Honestly,
said Polish.
Y'all insane. That's the thing. We can't. How are we going to decipher all of you from there? Like you say the same shit about us. You think you want to fucking lump us? We lump you. I'm sorry. You're all confusing. I don't know where your fucking complicated names came from.
Old
I don't
Norse,
need to know.
Scandinavian, German speaking countries.
You know what's funny though? I just gotta get this thought off before we get out of here. How like, so you know how like there's people who have like complicated names because I can't say that, it's not complicated, but like when you have a name that originates from another country and Americans can't say it, so like your Nigerian names or your Palestinian names, whatever. I always think about how like nobody really knows where American names come from, but like a lot of people just like make up sounds. Like Nebraxis and Melissa are not different. They're just two men. Like no one knows the origins of Melissa.
Right.
Yeah, right. They do though. Like they're like
no, those are names.
Like they're Germanic. Like when you were talking about, we can track history through names and we can see how they moved over the years, even last names.
Yeah, but like nobody like if your name is, for example, my Armenian ex, she has like 2 last names, and those names have been like, there's history to those names. They're like, she can track her actual lineage for hundreds of years. Nobody knows where fucking Melissa comes from. No, nobody knows where Sarah comes from. Kevin.
Well,
they're biblical. They're biblical names also. Like
who was in the Bible named Kevin? Who was in the Bible named Kev?
There's definitely a Kevin in the Bible.
There's definitely Sarah.
There's no way there's a Kevin. Origin of the name Kevin. I'm looking this up now.
I just Googled Melissa, and then it's
a pious name, right?
It's Irish.
Melissa, I can't find. Oh, wait, Melissa Plant. Melissa is a female given name. Comes from the Greek word Melissa for bee.
There you go.
In term comes from.
All right, there's a lot of complicated words in the explanation for Kevin, so bear with me. Kevin is the anglicized form of the Irish masculine given name. I can't say this. Caoimhin, modern Irish. So it's an Irish name. Whatever. Who knew that? Nobody knew that. No, not a single Kevin alive knew
handsome.
that.
It has Irish roots. It's derived from their
Kevin alive.
Saint Kevin, first well-known Kevin. Like I'm telling you, it's.
But what Kevin living knew that? None of them.
Let's find out. Let's hit the streets.
You can track Cardona. You can track down all the Cardonas that have ever existed right now.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really easy. It's crazy because it splits like into because of the way like I guess the name split. It comes from a cardinal that was exiled from France. He was called Le Cardon, and he
that's
was
called
exiled
culture,
to Colombia. And but also you get a lot of like Mexicans with the last name, and I found like a lot of like LA Mexicans that have the last name, and they're my unofficial family. Shout out to Jesus and Alex, they're fucking dope. I'm gonna show up to the asada and I'm gonna have a great time. I'm gonna be drunk with you guys. I don't know, those dudes, like, I don't know, California Mexicans I think figured it out. Like I think they just understand life a little better than all of us. Like they're gonna eat good tacos and drink beer,
have massive shorts on and tattoo their faces and say food.
Yeah, and just have beautiful children. Like I think it's great. Blaxicans, can we talk about Blaxicans? Wonderful people. I love seeing a Blaxican. It makes my heart.
That sounds like a slur for some reason.
It's not a slur. It's actually a nice. It's just black people and Mexicans hanging out in LA and having children, and they look cool.
Do they know that? Are they allowing you to say that? I don't know if they are.
I think they should.
I just Googled my name, and the first thing that came up was the
Saint
International
Joseph.
Missing Persons Wiki. No, not just Joseph. Like I Googled Joseph Hurtado, and there's just like a picture of this 1-year-old kid who went missing in 1974. Now I'm shook, bro.
Joseph Hurtado.
Now he has a podcast.
It's you. Yeah, his name is
49 though. He's been missing for 48 years.
Exactly. That's who you are. You've been able to keep your youth for the last 20 years. Good for you. Damn, this is where we're gonna end the National Meat Treasure on this mystery. If Joey truly is the missing child from 1974, Joseph Hurtado, I think it is. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week when we find out. We won't have any answers for you, but it's been the National Meat Treasure. We release episodes every Thursdays. This will be a wonderful time. I hope you check in with us. I love you. Subscribe, hit the bells for notification, do whatever the fuck you need to do to make sure that you're on top of this. And it's growing. The meatheads, they're out there. And y'all need to support each other and comment and speak to us, because we'll talk right back. We love it.
Yeah, shot right from the meat cannon. Shout out to the new YouTube subscribers that came through this week. Got a bunch of those. Follow me on Instagram at thin.cruel.lips and TikTok at thin.cruel.lips. Also follow at National Meat Treasure on TikTok and Instagram, and at NMT Pod on Facebook. And shout out to the Facebook people who have come along, because like,
that's a fact.
Yeah,
like there's, I feel like when we first started that, there's that point where there's like kind of 6 degrees of separation between like every fan. Like there's people we know. The Facebook group is just from nowhere. They have come here from absolutely all parts of the world.
Wow.
So maybe like one guy from Europe. Shout out to Europe, whatever time zone you're listening to this in. And keep tuning in.
Yeah, and follow me at Saint Thrillah on Instagram and TikTok. And damn, a nigga be high.
Yeah. Don't worry. As always, you can find us in the description. It has been the National Meat Treasure. We love you. Have a good night.